So what's good, y'all? We back with another video, and we ain't here talking about the Donovan Mitchell news because right now, this is really the main thing going around the NBA right now. Not a lot of Kevin Durant, not a lot of Kyrie Irving. Right now, it seems like those two guys might be staying put in Brooklyn, but who knows what happens down the line. Maybe some more news comes around in a few weeks and we find out about them. But as for Donovan Mitchell, it's pretty much New York Knicks and then everybody else. That's what it is right now. But what Utah is doing is Utah is trying to play games. They are trying so hard to finesse and get what they want out of New York, which makes sense. You know, that's what a good NBA front office does, especially when you have Danny Ainge, who is going to try to fleece the hell out of your franchise for whoever you're trying to acquire, especially when it's a guy like Donovan Mitchell, who is their franchise player and is one of the best young stars in the league. But right now, that's basically what it is. Utah is leaking these stories, talking about how they're going around looking for other teams' offers to see if they can get what they want, and then basically just put more pressure on the Knicks to offer up more. And then they'll take the Knicks offer and it'll basically be a steal. But I like what the Knicks are doing. They're staying put. They're like, okay, go ahead, do what you got to do. We are going to stay put because, to be honest, it's a win-win. It's a win-win for the Knicks. If they acquire Donovan Mitchell, you're getting one of the top young stars in the game. If you don't acquire Donovan Mitchell and you didn't, get trapped into giving up a lot for him and you stay with your young core and a lot of the guys that they have now, it's fine. It's another year of building. You got some young guys that are going to play more minutes like Quickly, Toppin, Grimes, etc. So it's a win-win for the Knicks. So that's why, as a Knicks fan, I'm fine with what they're doing. I want Donovan Mitchell, but if they don't get him, that's okay, because that just means that another team went out there and sold their whole farm for him. But right now, if I'm the New York Knicks and, the Utah Jazz say they want this, this, and this, and picks and the whole deal, I'm looking at a few guys that are untradeable. Now, obviously, RJ Barrett is off the limits. If you want Donovan Mitchell, wouldn't you want to keep RJ Barrett and pair them together for a young duo? That's the whole point. But it was already reported that Utah doesn't really want RJ Barrett because they don't want to pay him the max contract extension that he is eligible for real soon, or actually right now that he could get. So he's off the limits. He's off the table right now. And another guy I wouldn't want to get rid of is Obi Toppin. Now, if Utah wants Obi Toppin, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to try to work something out. Maybe I'll give you an extra pick because I see something in Obi Toppin. He affects the game in ways that not a lot of power forwards can, and that's playing without the basketball, the high energy, the offense is there. He's got skills. It's just we haven't really been able to see him put it on display because of the lack of minutes that he's been getting these past 2 years. But this past season, when he got minutes, he showed you what he could do. So I'd keep him, especially with Julius Randle as a guy that I see as a guy that the Knicks can trade really soon. Maybe it's in the trade deadline this season. Maybe it's next offseason. Maybe it's this offseason. We already heard the rumors of him and Fournier potentially getting sent to LA for Russell Westbrook. And then the Knicks would obviously buy out Russell Westbrook. He's an expiring deal anyway, so it would just be for 1 year that he's getting paid money. That's cool. That's fine. But Obi Toppin and the Utah Jazz deal, off the limits for me. Quentin Grimes, Emmanuel Quickly, Cam Reddish, Miles McBride. 4 guys right there. Those are the 4 guys. I'll pick 2, and I'll give them to Utah. Now, obviously, I don't know if a package of McBride and Grimes gets it done. I think Utah would probably want Quickly and Grimes. Maybe Reddish and Grimes. I don't know, but I think Quickly and Grimes will be the guys that Utah would want. And as much as it hurts for me to say this, those are the guys I'd probably have to sacrifice. And I know you always want to keep your guards, especially guys like Grimes who are high motor guys, play defense, can hit the 3, even shown you some new potential of putting the ball on the floor, finishing, secondary playmaking. He's shown you a lot, especially in the summer league. I know it's summer league, but he showed you what he can do. He showed you what he's been working on. And then Quickly, I have loved Quickly ever since the minute that he stepped foot in the Garden. I think he's a good player. I think he has really good potential. I think he's like a Tyrese Maxey, but like he's stuck under Tibbs. Like if Emmanuel Quickley was on Philadelphia, he would basically be doing similar things to what Tyrese Maxey's doing. And right now, if he were to get traded to Utah on a rebuilding team, he would be putting up some pretty good numbers. I know right now when you look at his stats, it's low efficiency, but think about the amount of time he plays, even though he plays the most out of all the young Knicks players this past 2 seasons. He doesn't really get to take as much shots as he wants unless he's like really hot and he gets to stay in the game. So I don't blame him for going out there and sometimes chucking up some crazy shots or, want to get his in, because wouldn't you want to try to impact the game with your best attribute, which is scoring, and that's what he comes in to do? So I get the point of all that, but right now, if I'm the Utah Jazz and, you can't get Obi Toppin, obviously you're not going to want RJ Barrett, that's what they said already, then you probably want Grimes and Quickley. And if I'm the Knicks, I'd probably have to sacrifice those 2 guys, because you're getting a guy in Donovan Mitchell who is going to immediately impact this team, offensively especially, going to give them a big boost, as the Knicks were one of the worst scoring teams in basketball these past 2 seasons, even the year that they were the 4th seed. So adding Donovan Mitchell, a guy who's one of the best playoff scorers in the NBA, he's ranked in the top 10 in playoff points per game already in his career, and you add him alongside Brunson, who's a good little scoring option, way better than Kemba Walker was, and then you got Julius Randle, who, yes, we all hate on him, but in a reduced role could probably put up some better production, not as much pressure on him. And then you got year 4 RJ Barrett, who knows what he got better in, but those 4 guys makes good work for a good offense. Not to forget about Mitchell Robinson also, who will be rim running off pick and rolls with Brunson and Donovan Mitchell, who can find him. He'll go from a guy that is a 9-point per game guy to a guy that can put up 12, 13 just off them 2 alone. So the Knicks offensively getting Donovan Mitchell will be big time. Defensively, you'll have to sacrifice a bit because he's not a great defender at all. And Brunson, he tries, but he's undersized. So I guess this is what you have to do. But if I'm the Knicks, I'm willing to take that bet. I'm willing to take that chance. Because like I said in my previous video talking about this whole situation, you're waiting for that guy to ask out. And this is your chance. Now, did Donovan Mitchell ask out? No, but Utah is clearly in that mode where they want to rebuild. They want to get rid of him. And they're basically forced to get rid of him. They can say all they want, and I've seen a lot of Jazz fans say this too, that, oh, we can hold on to him. We got the leverage. Right now, both sides got leverage, because I'm pretty sure Utah's not going to want Donovan Mitchell out there playing for them this season with this team and then ruining their chances of going into the lottery and getting a top 5 pick, because Donovan Mitchell is going to add you a few more wins than you'd want. So why would they want to keep him on the team? Not to mention the off-court distractions of the social media or the media in general asking questions about where is he going? Does he want to stay? You don't want to deal with all that. You'd rather get rid of him before training camp starts. So it's not like they got full leverage to the point where they can dictate and do whatever they want. Because if you keep him, it's not like it's a good thing. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think the Knicks should do? Do you think the Knicks should give up, Quickley and Grimes? Do you think they should give up McBride and Grimes? Do you think the Knicks shouldn't give up anybody at all and not do the trade? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. This has been a checkup where we talk hoops and hoops only, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.